Welcome to Icelandic Formula Offroad. This time around, though, not the Icelandic Championship, as we are following the Katla Track Cup, a one-off cup event that was held at Svinavatn, a new location being tried out, and it proved very successful. Because this is a cup event, there's quite a few driver swaps. The service crews and sponsors, etc. driving. However, a lot of the main names are still there. Loads of cars entered, beautiful weather here. This is in the southern part of Iceland. And let's go directly into track number 1. This is Andri Már Sveinsson driving the Cowboy. He's been doing very well in the Icelandic Championship this year as a rookie. And the Cowboy seems to be a strong contender of a car. A lot of dust there, nicely done. Goes all the way, 350 for length, 40 penalty points for Andri Már and the Cowboy. Next up, Skúli Kristjánsson, the Icelandic champion. Nicely done by Skúli. 350 for length, 40 penalty points. And we move over to Gyrðir Grímsson. Double hit on that marker. Struggles here in the hill. Needs to reverse as well. This is going to be well over 100 penalty points. Barely manages to get through 120 penalty points, so that's 230 for Gyrðir Grímsson. A costly mistake here in the first track. This is Hafsteinn Þorvaldsson driving the turf. We haven't seen this car a lot. A former Icelandic champion. Doesn't go far. Some engine issues there. It sounds like 220 for length, 30 penalty points, so 190 points for Hafsteinn. Now Ingvar Jóhannesson driving the Viking. And goes all the way. A short track here, the first track in Svinavatn. Now Atli Jamil Ásgeirsson driving the rodeo. Hopefully we will see Atli doing a full season next year. That is one push through the first course. Nicely done, 350. Only 20 penalty points. That might be Atli taking the lead here. Now we have Jón Andrésson driving Atli's old car, the Thunderbolt. 350 for length, 60 penalty points, so that's 290. Now Elvar Harðarson driving Katla Turbo. Starting to look like a mud climb there in the beginning. 350 for length, 40 penalty points, almost rolls it on the back there, but Katla wants to go all the way up. Short tracks might actually help Katla quite a lot. Now Jónas Karl Sigurðsson driving Ruddi, but he's stuck there in the dirt and the mud. Doesn't have the full Super Scooper tires. And that is hurting him right off the bat. Now Finnur Bárðarson driving the Rock. A lot of cars that we do not see in the traditional championship. And he gets stuck there as well. 80 points total for Finnur. Let's look at the standings after track 1. Atli Jamil with a 20-point lead over Skúli Kristjánsson, Elvar Harðarson, Svanur Tómasson and Andri Már Sveinsson, with Ingvar Jóhannesson sitting in 6th. Now we move our attention over to track number 2, and this is Ingvar Jóhannesson and the Viking going first. Nicely there through the first climb. Needs to get it turned here. Hard gate. That's a place you could get stuck, but Ingvar goes through. Needs to continue. Go back down. Bit of a suspension killer there on the way down. Now the end gate is the same as in track number 1, so they should have learned how they want to do it. And Ingvar Jóhannesson 350 for length, 80 penalty points, so that's 270. Now we go on board with Atli Amilauskeson. First part of the track cleared by Atli, but it seems to be pretty hard. Now needs to go back down. Front suspension takes a bit of a hit when they go down there. Tries to stay out of the mud and then going for the final gate. And up goes Atli Amil. 350 for length, 90 penalty points, so that's 260 total. Nicely done by Atli. Now, next up, Daniel Inge Danielsson. This is not Daniel that usually drives the Green Thunder, but the results are similar. This is Daniel Inge Jr. and there we have Daniel Sr. So the son driving his father's car here. Now Ægir Þormar Pálsson, not Þór Þormar Pálsson. This is Þór Þormar's twin brother. An interesting family affair here in Svinavatn. Didn't get quite up there. But he's gonna try again. Needs to reverse here, I guess. Manages to get out of that rut there. This is the place to roll a car if he goes full throttle here. He needs to get it moving a little bit first, and he's trying to do that. Nicely done by Ægir. Saves that. It looked pretty bad there for a second. Now Ægir. Gunning for that final gate. And through he goes. 350 for length, 80 penalty points, so that's 270 total. Not a big loss there, even though it went like this. Now a big jump here from Móri, Jón Gísli Benónisson. For the second gate. Oh, might get stuck there. Needed a lot more speed through, and that is Jón Gísli completely beached. Now Finnur Abjörnsson driving the Fox. It doesn't sound healthy there. Setting it up, planning his next move, going for it. Nicely done, managed to get over, jumped over the ridge. Back down goes Finnur. Gunning for the final gate, and Finnur goes all the way, 350 for length, 100 penalty points, so that's 250 total. Now Þorvaldur Mattiasson driving Ont Brjála. Managed to get through the first part. That's the tough part, the rest should be quite simple. Oh, the car gets stuck there on the nose, but he managed to crawl out of it. But that's not sounding healthy. There are a lot of explosions, and the car seems to have no power. Now Skúli Kristjánsson goes for it, but nothing happening. The supercharger belt not working in the car apparently. And that is disaster for Skúli. Now Atli Amilauskeson still leads with Ingvar Jóhannesson in second and Finnur Abjörnsson third. Ægir Þormar in fourth and Andri Már Sveinsson fifth. And Var Harðarson sitting sixth after 2 tracks. So we move over to the third track of the day. There was a quick service break before and a lot of stuff that needed to get hammered out. Grímur Helgason. Down there, bit of a side slope that they need to go around. Now he needs to get turned to the right here and go back up. Make sure that it doesn't go out of bounds though. Is he reversing? Yes, he is. And goes for it. Big climb, big jump, big roll from Grímur Helgason. 230 for length, 80 penalty points there. Now Finnur Aðalbjörnsson clearing the bowl. Should be simple for most, but here's the place where it gets tough. Finnur trying to go down low and then getting the car turned. He's gonna need to reverse here. Or what? Decides to take a very different approach and then just puts the car into the bank. 220 for length, only 20 penalty points, so that's actually a decent points haul. Now Andri Már Sveinsson, the cowboy. It's a marker. He's gonna go low, get the car turned, and go for it. Jumps up there, wants to go for it, but he's gonna roll down. Andri Már Sveinsson, 230 for length, 40 penalty points, and the front wheel was locked there, so there's some repairs to do. Now Atli Jamel is first. And good points haul here. We've not seen anybody go all the way. Could shoot him up even higher. Needs to reverse here. And then floor it. Oh, big jump from Atli Jamel. Almost gets the car up onto the ridge to give it some gas there and continue, but doesn't quite go his way. Now Gervik Grímsson. Needs to reverse here. Should be up to like 60 penalty points already. 40 for reversing, 20 for hitting the marker. Big jump from Gervik. Oh, rolls down the other side. That's a hefty roll for the sledgehammer. Car seems to be pretty healthy though. Now Svanur Tómasson. This is insane. Takes a marker here. Svanur, he just might go for this. He's famous for pushing. There he goes. Big jump. Big roll. That's a massive crash from Svanur. Wheels are still spinning on the car. But Svanur got out of this unharmed. So much dust in his eyes that he barely could find the kill switch. Now Ingvar Jóhannesson. Takes the marker here. It's down pretty low. Needs to reverse. It's going to be 60 penalty points so far. And then goes for it. Gets up onto the ridge. Is he going to go all the way? Yes, he is. Ingvar Jóhannesson, 350 for length, 80 penalty points, so that's 270. That's going to shoot him high up to first place. And he knows it. Fantastic driving there. And that does indeed put Ingvar Jónsson up to first place at the halfway mark. Atli Amel in second, Finnur Albjörnsson third, Ægir Þormar fourth, and Andri Már Sveinsson fifth. Guðmundur Elíasson sitting in sixth. So it's all to play for. Ægir Þormar Pálsson sits in fourth. Could he get a good result here? 3 more tracks to go and he's still in the running. Oh, big jump! Big crash! Thor going... well, trying to reach the sky there. But the car was heavily damaged after this, so this would be the end of Ægir's day. Heavily damaged Thor there. Now Elvar Harðarson driving Kalla Turbo. Goes for it, but that's gonna end up in a roll. 220 points for length. Now Finnur Albjörnsson, he was sitting in third. A nice run here, because the track seems pretty impassable. Might get him up high, just like we saw Ingvar do in the third track. Now Finnur going for it here, tries a different line, but that's a roll. It's going to be 230 points for length, no penalty points, so a decent point total for Finnur. This keeps him in the mix. Now Skúli Kristjánsson, is the supercharger belt back on? Yes it is. But Skúli, car gets thrown up in the air. That's going to leave Skúli with only 220 points. He's sitting on 730 total, not in the hunt for the win here in Svinavatn. Next up, Geirivit Grímsson did a big roll in track 3, but the car seems fine. What will he do here? A small roll. Now Ingvar Jóhannesson, the leader, hasn't seen anybody go up yet. If he goes all the way here, that might just put him into a good lead. He's up onto the ridge, but there's no power once the car is up there. This might be passable. 230 points for Ingvar. Now Atli Amel sitting in second place. Goes up there. Oh, and the landing just doesn't stick, the landing. 240 points for Atli Amel, so no change at the top yet. Now Svanur Thomasson, big roll in the last track. Big roll in this track as well! Oh, that's a hefty hit there. Svanur, let's see, he's from on board. The car is flying for a few seconds there. Oh, and he gets buried alive. That is one big hit for Svanur. Svanur climbs out of the car. But the car heavily damaged. Now Bogi Kristjánsson driving the sheep. But the sheep does not like to climb today. Next up, Guðmundur Elíasson driving rodeo. Big jump there. Does he manage to stick it? No, he doesn't. 220 for Guðmundur Elíasson. Now Andri Már Sveinsson. Oh, big jump. Up to the ridge. No, doesn't quite land it. Car seems to get thrown back from the ridge. Andri Már is fine. Now standings after track 4. Ingvar Jónasson with a 60-point lead over Atli Jamil. Finnur Abjusson sitting there 30 points behind. And Ægir Þormar in 4th, but Ægir Þormar had to retire after this track. So it's a 3-horse race to the finish. 2 tracks to go. And we start with Jón Gísli Bennisson driving Móri and rolling Móri. Another short track, the final gate just up there. Now Ingvar Jónasson. A roll from the leader. That might be very costly, only 140 points here. It's a short track, so just clearing this ridge is going to give you a lot of points. Now Atli Jamil Ásgeirsson sitting in 2nd. There were 60 points between them. Will Atli go all the way? Goes higher though. He's going to get 160 points, so he's taking 20 points away from Ingvar. Finnur is in prime position to actually jump to the top here. Now Andri Már Sveinsson. Oh, something breaks there. 130 points, 20 penalty points, so 110 total. Andri Már could have, with that nice run here, shot himself high up. Now this is Finnur Abjusson, but he's out of the track in a big roll, and that's only 80 points for Finnur. So he's not going to be gaining anything on the top 2 here. So we move over to the 6th and final track. It's very easy, a hybrid between a normal track and a time attack. There's 150 bonus points awarded for the fastest time. Now here we have Andri Már Sveinsson. He gets stuck, and he's going to be losing 5th place due to that. Now, Skúli Kristjánsson here, a solid drive, saw him finish 5th. However, he lost all chances of victory in the 2nd track. Now, Gerrit Grímsson, he finished 4th in the event. And in 3rd place in Svinavatn, Finnur Abjusson driving the Fox. Now, the final track did not see any changes to the top. Atli Jamil Ásgeirsson finishing 2nd. He led at the start, but never had a chance to catch Ingvar Jónasson after Ingvar made it all the way up in the 3rd track of the day. Now, Ingvar Jónasson, a Katla Truck Cup winner. Three wins this season, 6 podiums, and Ingvar coming in strong for next season. Here we have the final result. Ingvar beating Atli with Finnur in 3rd. Now that was the Katla Track Cup. Thanks for watching Formula Offroad this season. We hope you have a great winter break, and we'll see you all back in 2024.